Hi guys. So first and foremost, I want to apologize. This is the second time I've done this video because the first time the lighting was all crazy and there was like this weird shadow right across my face. Ridiculous. But anyway, today is Monday. I flew in from IMATS yesterday and went to work this morning. So I want to get this video up because I want to start using these products. So let's get into my IMATS haul. First booth that I went to was Sigma. Now let me say this. When we finally got into the venue, there was this huge line and it went from one end of the pier to the other end. And I was like, excuse me, like I asked someone, what is this line for? And the girl was like, this is the line for Sigma. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. But brushes are like exactly what I went to IMATS to purchase. I had a little talk with myself before going to IMATS and I was like, you know, I have a lot of makeup already. I wouldn't mind having a few more brushes. I keep staring at my brushes over there. So I stood in the line for 1.5 hours and this is what I got. First thing was I got the Make Me Crazy travel kit. And I purchased this because I don't have any travel brushes. And when going to IMATS and realizing I had to travel, I took my full-size brushes and it was just ridiculous. I never want to do that again. Anyway, they come in this little container. It's got these little snaps on the side. You open them up and I have 3 face brushes. This is like a powder brush and I believe this is a large angled contour brush. This is the F40. And then I have a foundation brush, which is the F60. And 5 eye brushes. I have all the brushes I need condensed in this little container. And then I can just take the brushes when I'm done and close them up. And even use this as like a stand to hold the brushes in the hotel or wherever I am. So I just thought this is something that I need. I want good brushes, not just crap travel brushes. So that's what I got. Next, I got the Spot On Concealer set. The reason that I purchased this above all of the other sets that I saw is just because I use concealer brushes for eyeshadow sometimes, but I'll like designate, like if I use this for eyeshadow, I won't use it for concealer. But I figured these brushes are going to be interchangeable and I'm going to get more bang for my buck in buying full-size brushes that are concealer brushes that some of them can double as an eye brush. I am loving this brush right here. What is this? This is the Soft Blend Concealer. This is super, super soft and I think it's going to be so great underneath my eyes for blending my eye concealer. I also purchased 2 brushes just on their own because I love them. The first one I got was just an F20 large powder brush. And this next brush, I have nothing like it. This is the Sigma Flat Definer E15. And I think this is going to be perfect for like smudging out my liner underneath my eyes. Sigma, I think, was the only brand there that gave samples, which was a little disappointing, but like they made up for it, seriously. They gave out little samples of their brow powder, and this is one. I seriously have like 4 more in here. They also gave out a little miniature glove. That glove that they have that you can clean your brushes with, they gave this little tiny one. And finally, they gave, oh, it's an eyeliner brush, this little pink one. But I already have this brush and I use it for lip liner. But I just thought that it was awesome that they gave out so many samples when nobody else was. And this is from Crown Brush. And I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, all their palettes were $10. I mean, I know that Crown Brush is inexpensive anyway, but I also know that they have good shadows and brushes. So this is what this palette looks like. And this is the 88 Color Metal Shadow Palette. And I just thought these colors were beautiful and neutral enough that I could do like everyday looks, but a different everyday look whenever. Then, because my objective again was to not buy a lot of makeup, but buy a lot of brushes. Well, not a lot, but buy brushes. I purchased one of their brush rolls. And this was, I think, $39, or maybe it was $49. And they had brushes, they had the same amount of brushes that was $10 cheaper, but the texture of the cheaper brushes was just, like, I don't think they should have had them side by side, because I felt the cheaper brushes first, and then I felt these brushes, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to take the brushes that are $10 more. You get 4 face brushes, and then a bunch of eye brushes here. And I don't own any crown brushes. I keep meaning to, like, get some when they come on Outlook, and then I just completely forget about them. But they just are so soft. Like, this was so soft, and I was like, oh my god. And I love the fact that they are full-size brushes in a brush roll, so that if I don't want to use travel brushes when I'm traveling, I can just roll this up, throw it in my suitcase, and it's not going to take up a bunch of space, and my brushes are protected. Nicole Guerrero, I think I'm saying her name right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Well, you all probably know who she is. She has a ridiculous amount of subscribers, and she's just a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I was at the hotel. I was in the elevator, and I was going downstairs. I step onto the elevator with my friend who was there at IMATS with me, and there was this couple on the elevator, and I was like, you know, you don't really, like, scrutinize people. You say hello or whatever when you get on. And for some reason, I just looked up. And when I looked up, like, I looked at her face. I looked at her face, and then I didn't recognize her right away, and I just looked away. And then I looked back, and I was like, oh my god. And it was Nicole Guerrero, and she was like, hey. She was so sweet. The girl is flawless. She had, like, no makeup on. She was wearing, like, leggings and a shirt. Her and her boyfriend, I guess they were just going out to dinner or whatever. But she looked absolutely flawless. And I was just like, oh my god. Like, I was such a fangirl. She gave me a hug, and she was like, hey, are you going to IMATS? And I was like, yeah. And she probably thought I was a total freak, because I just couldn't, like, say anything. There was so much I wanted to say, like, I love your videos, I watch you all the time, like, you're so amazing, you're so beautiful, da 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 da. I have a channel. I said none of that. I was just like, okay, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at IMATS. Anyway, I remember watching one of her videos a while back, and she stated that she had seen either an interview with Candy Johnson or something with Candy Johnson where someone had asked her, what is the best makeup setting spray? And Candy said, Model in a Bottle is the best one. So Nicole purchased it because she was like, hey, if Candy says it's the best, then it's the best. So I purchased my own Model in a Bottle because Candy said it, Nicole said it, it's gotta be true. So this is the Model in a Bottle Makeup Setting Spray Matte Finish. Now, the normal bottles I know are, like, shaped like women, and I don't know if this is just because it was at IMATS and it was, like, a discounted price, but this is, like, the shape of the bottle that I got. There was one more place in the venue that I actually went, and that was OCC Cosmetics. If any of you have been to IMATS, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The lines are crazy. There's like 100 women in each line, and everybody's like scrambling for like colors and trying to look at this and test this and blah, blah, blah. And this counter was no different. But the area where the lip tars were was open, and I just made a beeline for it, picked out 5 shades, and I was like, okay, I'm done, because I can't, like, people were shoving, it was crazy, but I loved it. But anyway, the shades that I got were Rhythm Box, Vintage, this is going to be one of my favorites, I know already, NSFW, Decadent, and last but not least, Psycho. The one table that I really, really, really am sad that I did not get to purchase anything from was Lime Crime. Lime Crime was there, but the wait, by the time I finished getting my brushes and like went to the line to get in line for Lime Crime, one of the guys, one of like the guards or whatever, I asked him, how long is the wait? Like, how long are people waiting in line on a norm? And he said, well, the line right now is 3 hours before you even get to like the front. And I was like, yeah, I can't do it. Like, I know that I would love Lime Crime, but I'm just going to go home, order online, and pay full price, because I could not stand in that line for 3 hours after having been there already for like 3 to 4. So while in New York, after I left IMATS, we went shopping. And one of the first counters that I went to was Jo Malone. I've heard a lot of really good things about Jo Malone products. First of all, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. The counter was just gorgeous. And I wanted to try something. I've seen like Fleur de Force talk about it and talk about them, as well as All the Glitters 21. But I guess they're famous for candles. I didn't want to get a candle because a candle is not going to give me a true representation of the brand. You smell a candle, you either like it or you don't. It's a freaking candle. So I decided to go with some of their skincare products. The Jo Malone Vitamin E Eye Cream. And along with the eye cream, I also purchased the Vitamin E Moisturizing Day Cream. The sales girl that actually sold it to me said, make sure that you use them together to reap the full benefits. Now, of course, she could have been telling me that because she wanted me to purchase more than one thing, which, I mean, I totally get. She's in sales. That's her job. But I'm hoping that she honestly knows from experience or from customer feedback that using these two things in conjunction actually works well. And the last item that I purchased was something that I wanted to purchase for a while, but I just didn't, and I'm not sure why. And then whenever we were at Macy's, I was like, you know, I'm going to just go ahead and purchase it because it's going to be like something to remember this trip by. This was my first IMATS, and I wanted to take something home that I would have and use all the time, and products are not it. So I went into Longchamp, and I purchased my first Longchamp bag. I have wanted one of these bags ever since I saw the picture of Kate Middleton when she was graduating from university, and she had one of these in like a dark green, or maybe it was navy. I just think that for the price, you're getting a quality bag that is big enough to house all my crap. Because for some reason, I have to take all my worldly goods with me every time I leave the house. I don't know why I do that, but I do. And this is just, it's got leather straps. You can wear it on your shoulder. You can carry it on your forearm. And the inside is just huge. Like, it's just huge. It's got a little pocket on the side, and I love that it's vinyl on the outside so that when I spill something on it, or I like get makeup on it, or my kids spill something on it, I can just wipe it off, and I'm not gonna like be like, oh my god, it's ruined, because it's like totally wipeable. And that's it. Those are all the items that I purchased in IMATS and out of IMATS. Now I'm going to put a video up, probably maybe not right after this one, but a little bit after this one, showing you the items that I got from the style haul party. I did post the majority of the pictures that I took at IMATS either on my Instagram or on my Facebook page. I'll link them both below. Be sure to check those out. It's Blondie, Miss Glamorazzi, Made You Look, Nicole Guerrero. They were some of the most beautiful, amazing, down-to-earth, sweetest women that I have met in a long, long time. And I just want to say thank you to them. If any of them ever watch this video, I just want to say thank you to them for being so sweet and making me feel okay with being like, oh my gosh, to them. They just embraced it, and it was amazing. It was an amazing time. My Instagram and Facebook and all of that will be below, and I thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.